difficult building tonight. And one guy they really hope to get going is Greg Alexander.
That's right, Kurt. Greg Alexander in the game against Wichita State the other night, 1 for 8 shooting from three-point range. And in the previous game against Bradley, did not score. They need a big effort out of him, but he's really been doing it on the defensive end, and they need that kind of effort out of him again tonight.
The Bears' leading scorer is Blake Ahern, a freshman, but really their leader on the floor is a senior and a good one in Merle Andrews.
Without question, Andrews only averages 9 points a game, had 4 points in the game in the loss to Illinois State at Redbird Arena, but he's a guy that really picks it up on the defensive end as well, creates a lot of offense out of his defense. They need that leadership out of him tonight.
Stay tuned. It's the Birds and the Bears. The starting lineups and the opening tip is up next from Springfield here on News Channel 31.
Illinois State Redbird basketball on WMBD. Sponsored by Country Insurance and Financial Services. Real people, real answers, real quick. Mayo Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. Your Carrier dealer. Gailey Eye Clinic. The best in professional eye care and laser vision correction. Whitaker's Country Oak Shop. Your home for quality oak furniture. And SEPQ, your credit union.
You know, insurance can be confusing for most people if they've never had an opportunity to sit down and have it explained to them.
I'm a very good explainer. I explain everything in layman's terms because that's the way I understand things.
I want to make sure my customers understand exactly what they're buying.
We just need to take a little bit of time and explain it to them.
No gimmicks, no frills. I tell you how it is.
You have to really break it down so they can understand.
We have to make sure that our clients know that we can provide real answers.
This is my country.
And let them know there are no stupid questions.
Roy's glad that when he developed cataracts, the Gailey Eye Clinic was there to help him. The board-certified ophthalmologists at the Gailey Eye Clinic use the latest in technology for cataract removal. That means no shots, no stitches, and a faster recovery. Now Roy's cataracts are gone, and his vision is better than ever before. He was able to get back to his golf game the next day. If a cataract is keeping you from the things you love, call the Gailey Eye Clinic today at 1-800-325-7706.
Hi, I'm Mike Miller of the O'Brien Automotive Team, and this is Peyton, just one of thousands of children served by Easter Seals in Central Illinois. Once again, we are proud to be a sponsor of the upcoming Easter Seals Telethon on March 6th, right here on WMBD News Channel 31. I'd like to invite you to become a member of the sponsor team for the celebration of giving. Call 686-1177 to find out how to help these very special families.
Welcome back to the Hammond Student Center. It's Illinois State and Southwest Missouri State here from Springfield. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the visiting Redbirds, who are 6-13 overall and 2-9 in the league. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by SEPQ, your credit union. The Redbirds, no change in their starting lineup. Vince Green and Greg Alexander in the backcourt, along with Neil Plank, Najee Beckles, and Marcus Arnold in the front court. Southwest Missouri State at 14-8 overall, 6-5 in the league. They start Merle Andrews, Blake Ahern in the backcourt, Tamar Macklin, Nathan Ballou, and Devin Mitchell in the front court. A small lineup tonight to start, at least for Barry Hinson's squad. Porter Moser is the first-year coach of the Redbirds. 6-13 this year, 60-47 overall if you count his 3 previous seasons at Arkansas Little Rock. And the Bears of Southwest Missouri State, coached by Barry Hinson in his 5th season, 84 wins and 62 losses. He is 4-5 lifetime against Illinois State. The officials working tonight's game: Frank Spencer, Sam Licklider, and Sam Banks. The Redbirds in their road red uniforms with white trim and white lettering. Southwest Missouri State in its home whites with the maroon trim. And the opening tap is controlled by the Redbirds, and we are underway. Illinois State and Southwest Missouri State, and glad you're alongside here on News Channel 31.
And Merrill Andrews immediately picks up Vince Green across half court. You'll see that all ball game long. Other teams really look to put pressure on Vince Green down the floor.
Green's first shot is a 3 that goes down, and the Redbirds off to a good start.
He even got popped in the mouth that time a little bit, but Vince Green, big shot, big first possession by the Redbirds.
You'll recall that the Redbirds ran out to an 8-2 lead in the previous meeting this year, a Redbird victory in Normal, the first Redbird Valley win of the season. Nathan Ballou, a freshman, answers from the outside. He's from nearby Ozark, Missouri.
Ballou only averages 3 points a game. 3 freshmen in the starting lineup tonight for the SMS Bears.
Yeah, the freshman class here at SMS, they're very pleased with the production they've been getting out of the 3 freshmen. And we'll talk a little bit more about them, especially about Blake Ahern, who's on the verge of setting a Missouri Valley Conference free throw record tonight. Arnold lost the dribble, had it knocked out of his hands, and a reach-in foul, and it's to Blake Ahern.
Yeah, that was a late call. It was the right call. Ahern held down on the post against Marcus Arnold and really caught him on the wrist and knocked the ball out of his arm. You see the ball coming loose there. Really knocked Arnold in the arm. Created that loose ball, and the official right on top of the play made the call.
This is the 42nd meeting between these two universities. ISU leads the all-time series 25-16. The Redbirds won again that first meeting on January the 18th, 54-40, really normal. A steal and a jam on the other end by Stephen Mitchell.
And Coach Porter Moser pointing at his head to Neil Plank. You have to be smart on that situation. Neil Plank tried to take a cross-court pass. With the quickness that the Bears have, you just can't afford to make that type of pass.
Mitchell, Ahern, and Ballou, the three freshmen in the starting lineup. They're very high on the freshman class here at SMS. Plank shoots that one over Mitchell. Missed it, tipped out. It's Ahern that comes back with it for the Bears.
Good hustle again that time defensively by Mitchell to get back to Neil Plank as he looked to have an opening there on the baseline just for a moment.
Quick hands by Marcus Arnold. The ball knocked out of bounds. This is a tough building in which to play. The fans are right on top of you. And visiting teams are almost instantly at a disadvantage as soon as they step on the floor in here because of the loud fans in the student section and the seating arrangement, really. Short shot that time is missed by Macklin, and the Redbirds come away with it. They trail by a point, 4-3.
Macklin, the only inside presence for the SMS Bears on the floor right now. And when the shot went up, the Redbirds were there to collect the rebound.
Arnold the miss. Long rebound out to Alexander. Count it. But wait a minute, they're going to wave it off. Offensive foul.
Boy, I thought Alexander did a good job of avoiding the contact there. Should have gotten that basket down. But the official on top of the play, really, I thought he caught him on the side angle that time. And it's a rarity when Greg Alexander does go inside to get a two-point attempt. That time I thought he did a good job of going up and avoiding contact.
And that's the reason why it's kind of a disappointing turn of events for the Redbirds, because Porter Moser would love to see Greg Alexander take the ball to the basket and score some points in the paint, maybe get to the free throw line. Greg Alexander's only shot 6 free throws this year.
Well, and the reason why is he does not take the ball to the rim enough. And again, when you struggle from the perimeter, the best way to get out of that is to start hitting some shots inside closer. And the free throw line's a great area to do some of that. But get your confidence going. You just need to get some baskets.
Macklin in traffic, missed the shot. Plank goes up high to get the rebound and brings it down for the Redbirds.
People don't realize what Plank does for this ball club in terms of his rebounding, but he may not score as many points, but he certainly goes to the boards hard.
Redbirds turn it over on the traveling violation whistle against Najee Beckles. We will remind you, as far as programming tonight is concerned, those of you looking for Star Search and Hack tonight, we are preempting it for Illinois State basketball. We will show those on a tape delay basis starting at 12:05 tonight. Star Search and Hack tonight at 12:05 here on News Channel 31. Here it's 4-3 in favor of the Bears of Southwest Missouri State, just underway. We've played 3 minutes here at the Hammond Student Center. Macklin traveled that time.
A little sloppy play in the early going by both teams, turning the ball over back and forth. And now we'll see Manuel Randall, the other senior for the SMS Bears, coming to the ball game.
Yes, the 6'8", 215-pound senior, one of the tri-captains on the team. He's from Chicago, from Country Club Hills, a member of the All-Missouri Valley Conference freshman team last season. I'm sorry, I was thinking of Kellen Easley, who is from Hillcrest. We're waiting to see him. As I said, Randall's a senior. Again, the Redbirds pounded inside. Arnold missed the shot, got his rebound, stuck it in.
Good second effort that time by Marcus Arnold. He had Manuel Randall there, who's an excellent shot blocker. Manuel Randall just wasn't able to get turned around quick enough to get to Arnold for the easy lay-in.
Redbirds have done a nice job keeping Merle Andrews under wraps here in the opening minutes. Ballou thought about the three, then drives it in traffic and threw it away. It's going to be an offensive foul actually against him.
And that's something that Marcus Arnold and Najee Beckles are both very good at, is drawing charges when guys go out of control in the lane. And that time, Ballou went in there out of control, left his feet. Arnold was able to slide in and take the charge.
Porter Moser liking that scenario for the Redbirds, who now walk the ball up the floor with a 1-point lead at 5-4.
Beckles earlier had a turnover inside, but I really think he has a mismatch underneath and just really needs to get the ball in his hands.
Here's Arnold again, worked his way to the basket, nicely done.
Arnold just kind of gets good angles inside and has just a knack for getting the ball to the rim, and scored a couple easy buckets here in the early going.
A good start for the Redbirds. Now it's Ahern for three. Missed it. Long rebound tracked down by Neil Plank.
Good box out that time by Eccles, not allowing Ballou to get to the ball.
Plank takes it all the way to the rack, kicks it out. Now it's Alexander. Thought about the three. He's going to unload it. Missed it.
Yeah, just that extra pass allowed the defense to recover to Alexander. If the ball would have gone directly to him instead of going to Eccles first, he might have better opportunity.
And that time Alexander's whistled for the foul as he reached in. And that's his second foul already.
It is his second. The charge earlier, now this play down the floor. But again, that just shows you what Merle Andrews can do for this ball club. They get a missed shot at one end. He's down the floor before the defense can get set up. He's very quick and creates a lot of offense out of defense.
Well, one of the reasons why Greg Alexander has really been in a slump, really in recent games, you think about it, the Bradley game last Saturday was the same scenario. He picked up 2 quick fouls in the first 5 minutes of the game and spent the rest of the first half on the bench.
And for a guy that needs to get some rhythm shooting the ball, that's a killer is when you have to get on the bench that quickly. But the Redbirds, fortunately for their benefit, have the luxury of bringing Trey Guidry, who's their leading scorer, into the ball game.
So Guidry is checked in the game for Alexander, who has the 2 fouls, and he's on the Redbird bench. And we'll step away early on here from the Hammond Student Center, Illinois State and Southwest Missouri State.
When I joined SEPCU, all I needed was a car loan. Now we've got the house, a bigger car. Seems like it's always something. But SEPCU is always right there with the right loan. It's that whole borrow smarter thing. Somehow they make it all happen without making it a hassle. Now, how they do it, I don't know. But I do know why.
Hi, I'm Amy Paul. Get a taste of Mardi Gras right here in Central Illinois and help provide programs and services for people living with multiple sclerosis. Join News Channel 31 at the 2nd Annual Carnival, Friday, February 20th at the Paradise Hotel. The event benefits the MS Society and features a full Cajun dinner, costumes, dancing, plenty of beads, and more. To get your tickets, call 673-4448. Costumes are highly encouraged, so don't forget your mask, and see you at Carnival.
A simple joy here in Central Illinois. You've got to share. Spirit of the heartland. A simple notion set in motion. Oh, yeah. Touching people everywhere. A simple truth. Where you live. Shining through. News Channel 31, WMBD, making a difference for you.
Marcus Arnold started slowly, but Maddie scored on his last 2 shots as he's taking it right to the rim.
And we pointed this out in other games this year. He's not a guy that overpowers you and plays above the rim. He just gets angles and has just a nice soft touch on the ball, and he's leading the way with 4 points in the early going.
Scored on a putback of his own shot, missed shot, and then also there as he took the basket, took the ball right to the basket there, and early on the Redbirds have a 7-5 lead, and really was important and is important that the Redbirds get off to a good start here for a couple of reasons. First of all, as we said, it's been a rough week for ISU. Secondly, it's very difficult to win in this building, and when you're the road team, you want to get confidence right away.
Well, this week's been a little disappointing for the Redbirds, too. You come off of a huge road win at Northern Iowa, which is a very difficult place to play, and you play your rival in Bradley and really don't play very well at home, and then Wichita State was a disaster, losing by 20. So this is really a game where you get away from home and kind of forget about some of the pressures and just play hard.
Guidry works the baseline. Short pull-up jumper is missed, and it's controlled that time by SMS's Manuel Randall.
Birds setting up in a 2-3 zone. This defensive trip down the floor out of their typical man-to-man out of the timeout. You'll typically see them change their defense.
Almost got a steal there. Tyler Cheney, that's him with the basketball. He's checked in for the first time, and there is a steal. Quick hands by Trey Guidry, and it's Vince Green that comes away with it.
Very good hands by Guidry, but Randall didn't go after the ball very hard. The ball was in his hands momentarily.
And now it's Cheney that pokes it loose of Guidry. And he feeds the cutting Desmond Mitchell.
Boy, Devin Mitchell gets up and down the floor very quickly, and he goes to the rim in a hurry. He's one of the guys that in these two teams that does play above the rim, and on a couple of occasions, he's really gone up after it.
And it's going to be an offensive foul against Marcus Arnold. He was trying to fight through his screen. He and Manuel Randall were going at it. Coming up tonight on the Gailey Eye Clinic halftime report, we'll have a News Channel 31 news update. We'll have an interview as well with Tina Kramos, who's an assistant softball coach at ISU and is going into the Southwest Missouri State Hall of Fame tonight. And we'll also share with you first half highlights. That's coming up on the Gailey Eye Clinic halftime report. We're 13 minutes and 53 seconds away from that. We're all even here. The Bears and the Birds at 7. Backdoor lob and a jam that time. It's Shelton Colwell. He just checked in. He and Merle Andrews made eye contact, and the lob worked.
And that's a play that, you know, Illinois State worked on out-of-bounds plays. You get in that set situation. Southwest Missouri State just ran that to perfection. There were 2 back screens that time to get that open lob to Smith.
Dana Ford's in the game for the first time, and he had his shot swatted out of there. And back come the Bears with a little momentum now. Cheney thought about the 3. Mitchell again. His 3 is no good. Good box out that time by Dana Ford.
It was very good. The ball actually hit the floor, which is something you like to see. That tells you there's a good box out, but Dana Ford needs to do a better job of just going after the ball as well.
Guidry behind the screen from Arnold, missed the 3, and in the corner to get it is Cheney for the SMS Bears. And quickly Merle Andrews in the front court. They like to push it up the floor if they feel like they can get a quick basket. And a nice spin move on the low block by Shelton Colwell.
Colwell's looked good since he got in the ball game. Very active. Hasn't played many minutes this year. Only averaging about 8 minutes a game. Or no, excuse me, I'm thinking about Smith again. But Colwell's averaging about 5 points a game. He's already at 4, and he's been a very big impact off the bench already.
2 quick hoops. He's given his Bears team a 4-point lead. Eight on the shot clock now. Guidry penetrates, lost the ball. Cheney comes away with it. Flips it ahead to Mitchell, being hounded by Ford from behind. He flipped it up and missed the shot. And back to get the board is Dilligard, who's in the game now for the Redbirds.
So you have to give Ford credit, though, of putting forth the effort to get down the floor and battle. You know, you had Steven down there wide open by himself, and he got down the floor and was able to stop him.
11-7 our score here. We've got a timeout on floor, and this timeout for savings is brought to you by the Mid-Illini Credit Union. 11:49 to go here in the opening half, and the Bears have a 4-point lead over the Redbirds.
Carrier's exclusive Comfort Heat technology can keep your entire home consistently comfortable for about the same electricity a 100-watt bulb uses.
Celebrate a winning team, the Illinois State Redbirds, and Mayo Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Bloomington. For quality Carrier products, call Mayo Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning and start saving on your heating bill. Carrier, air made perfect.
Our new addition is the Feel Good store. It's filled with comfortable furniture for today's lifestyle. It's very casual, relaxed, whether it be leather, recliners. We have a cinema room with a big screen TV playing all the time. Everybody wants comfort and luxury in their life, particularly after a day at work or a stressful day. Comfort's what it's all about.
Attention students, is there a teacher in your life that you feel truly excels at what they do? If so, you can nominate them for the RLI Excellence in Education Teacher of the Month Award. Just log on to WMBD.com and fill out the application. If our judges choose your teacher for this award, News Channel 31 will come to your school and tape them in action to be honored in one of our news segments sponsored by RLI. We're accepting applications now, so make sure your teacher knows they're appreciated.
Shelton Colwell has come off that SMS bench to score 4 points, Matt. He's looked very active in scoring on that alley-oop jam.
He has, and he had another big shot and just cutting to the basket on a set play. That time, out of bounds play, they really looked to throw that lob to him. But between Colwell and Manuel Randall and now Kellen Easley's in the ball game, you got some really high flyers out there for Southwest Missouri State. Redbirds really need to be aware of that when they're taking the ball inside.
Yeah, they've all got long, lean bodies. shot clock now. Green, his second three, he opened the scoring with a three-point shot.
And that one was a couple of steps behind the three-point line even. But against that zone defense, you really have to find the openings and make them pay.
6 points now for Vince Green. It's a one-point SMS lead at 11-10. Trevor Fisher in the game for the first time. That's him, 24, being guarded by Dana Ford. Now the ball down low to Manuel Randall. Good double team by the Redbirds. But it's SMS that comes away with it and easily scoring his first hoop of the night.
Yeah, that double team allowed that loose ball to get in Easley's hands instead of the Birds coming away with possession.
Easley's first two have given the Bears a three-point lead at 13-10. Neil Plank and Greg Alexander at the scorer's table. They'll check in at the next whistle for the Redbirds. Here's Green. Penetrate and kick out now to Eccles. Seven to shoot. And again it's Green. Missed the three. Rebound to Kellen Easley.
Green's looked much more active on the offensive end than he has been in recent games. Looking to find his shot. He's hit a couple of big threes here in the first half for the Birds.
Here's Randall in traffic. Put it up and in. Tough shot by Manuel Randall.
Birds just not doing anything, competing inside against the Bears, and Randall did a good job after he got bumped initially by Dilligard, maintaining his balance and getting the ball up off the glass.
30-second timeout called for by Porter Moser as he uses his first timeout here in the first half. It's been the guys off this SMS bench, and it's really been the front, the forward type guys that are doing. You take a look at the paint scoring. It's 12-4 in favor of the Bears.
Yeah, 12 out of the 15 points in this ball game have come in the paint for the Bears, and that's something Illinois State's just not doing a very good job of protecting the basket inside.
Again, we remind you that coming up on the Gailey Eye Clinic halftime report, we'll have a Channel 31 news update. We'll have a halftime interview with Tina Kramos, the assistant softball coach at ISU, who goes into the Southwest Missouri State Hall of Fame tonight. A former SMS player. Will also share with you those first half stats and highlights that's coming up on the Gailey Eye Clinic halftime report. 15-10, Southwest Missouri State, the 5-point lead over the ISU Redbirds. Kurt Pegler, Matt Chaphorn with you live here from Springfield, Missouri. Matt Miller in the game for the first time for the Birds.
Alexander back in with 2 fouls. Guidry takes a seat. Wasn't very effective here in his first few minutes of the ball game.
And Neil Plank turns it over to the 7th ISU turnover here in the opening half.
Yeah, just an unforced turnover that time. Really no pressure on the ball, and Plank just stumbled momentarily and drug his foot, and that was whistled for the turnover.
Under 10 minutes to go here in the opening half. Colwell was looking inside, but instead goes to Easley. Now they look into Randall. Immediately the Redbirds double team. And it's going to be a steal by Neil Plank.
Good job by Plank to get down on the post and get back out to his man on the perimeter and is able to get the turnover.
Aggressive move by Eccles. He missed the first shot. He got it back and then drew a foul when he tried to put the rebound back in.
Well, I've seen so many times where Eccles gets a good angle inside, and then he just kind of short arms his shot. That time with the left hand, just as he's going up to the rim, he just pulls his arm away at the last moment, just kind of flips the ball up there, and he's missed many times this season because of that.
An explosive first step by Eccles allowed him to get into the paint there. And so Eccles to the free throw line. This is an area of his game that he has acknowledged that he really needs some work in, is the free throw line. Greg Alexander back out for the Birds, and Trey Guidry is back in. And SMS is making some changes too.
Eccles shooting only 32% from the free throw line this year, and sometimes just doesn't feel or look very comfortable there.
Missed them both, and Tamar Macklin was checked into the game. He comes back in, and he gets that rebound. Ballou is back in, as is another freshman, Tyler Cheney.
Instead of getting the lay-in, he misses 2 free throws. It's almost like a turnover, and the Birds already have 7 of those in this ball game.
Andrews is yet to score. That's him with a basketball. Now it's Ballou. Now it's Cheney for 3. Missed it badly. But the Bears get it back.
And that's a rebound again Eccles needs to come up with.
Hey, an offensive foul called against Tyler Cheney as he drove the baseline, and it's called for the charge.
Eccles does a good job on that play of maintaining his position. He beats him to the point, and he, again, a good call by the official. Cheney lowered his shoulder and picked up the offensive foul.
And he leaves the game in favor of Greg Dilligard. So it's Dilligard, Guidry, Miller, Plank, and Arnold on the floor right now for the Redbirds.
Birds have been stuck on 10 points for a while, and that's only coming from 2 players. You got Green and Arnold, the only 2 Redbirds who scored in this ball game.
Guidry working on Andrews. Miller down low to Dilligard, counted in the foul.
Boy, great basket that time inside by Dilligard. He's struggled inside as well lately, and that's a big basket for him to boost his confidence. Good shot fake initially against Randall, knowing the shot blocking ability inside, and that was actually against Macklin, but against the Bears inside, you really have to be aware of where their defenders are.
And Dilligard can't complete the free throw for the three-point play. So it's 15-12, Southwest Missouri State now, under 8.5 minutes to go here in the opening half. A little too aggressive on the denial, and Marcus Arnold's going to be whistled for his second foul.
You got Alexander on the bench with 2, and now Arnold with 2 as well. And we'll see if Coach Porter Mosier replaces him in the lineup, especially with this defensive possession. He's telling him to play smart out there. He wants to give Eccles a little bit of a breather on the sideline.
Stephen Mitchell has re-entered the game for the Bears, replacing Easley. And there's Ballou from the outside.
It's about the same spot that Ballou hit from earlier in the ball game, and great confidence by the freshman, stepped up and knocked down about a 15-footer.
Arnold in trouble underneath the basket, looking for help. Kicks it out to Guidry for 3. Boy, everybody from SMS was standing around.
They really were focusing on Arnold to take that ball up inside. He was double-teamed. Even Andrews, who was guarding Trey Guidry from the perimeter, was focused inside. Good recognition that time by Arnold to get the ball out. And that time Guidry was really squared up well to the basket.
Redbirds needed that basket for sure, and Matt Miller's going to be called for a foul. That'll be his first. And the 15th foul for the Redbirds. 7:47 to go here in the opening half. Southwest Missouri State 17, Illinois State 15 here from Springfield, Missouri.
On my orders, coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance.
That I have is because of California.
Yeah, we can not claim the crew of the shuttle Columbia did not return safely to Earth.
If you lie.
At WMBD News Channel 31,
we're making a difference for you.
You can't control the markets, but you can control the course of your financial future. A comprehensive financial plan can provide a clear path to your financial goals. That's where Baird Wealth Management comes in. We evaluate your situation and partner with you to develop strategic solutions to help you meet your investment needs. We provide the services and advice to help keep your portfolio diversified and on track. Take control of your financial future. Call me, Matt Taphorn, today at 676-4160.
The Morning Mix, more than just another news show, the perfect way to start your day.
There's a great photo here of Nancy and Ron, and that was behind another photograph, actually, that was when the collection came to us.
Friday, we went back in time and got a look at Eureka College's new Ronald Reagan exhibit.
And join us Monday when we talk to the latest Survivor All-Star cast-off, Rudy.
This plus news, weather, and sports. Next time on The Morning Mix.
For the Redbirds, it was Marcus Arnold who was hemmed in underneath, and he found an open Trey Guidry.
And he was double-teamed underneath the basket, but just good patience that time by Arnold. He kicked the ball out to Guidry, who was wide open from the three-point line.
And Devin Mitchell has re-entered the basketball game. So far, 8 of the 17 points scored by the Bears have been scored by freshmen. And SMS freshmen have been averaging about 19 points and 7 rebounds a game. And so they're really getting some production out of those Frosh.
And more than likely, the freshman of the year in the Valley, Ahern's only taken 1 shot and held scoreless in this ball game so far.
Well, he was just 1 for 3 from the field in 16 minutes at Redbird Arena in the game on the 18th of January. Greg Alexander really doing a nice job on him defensively in that game. There he is, Ahern. Hesitated on the 3, then reloaded and knocked down the jumper.
Not only was he was open too long. He had a chance to gain his composure, get his balance, and get a good look at the three-point line for the shot.
Now there's his first 3 points. All but 14 of his field goals this year have been three-pointers. And a walk on Neil Plank.
Just, yeah, not a very smart play that time, and Coach Porter Mosier frustrated with that play by Neil Plank. Neil Plank, a 4-0 student, not a very smart play on that possession.
Redbirds with 8 first-half turnovers now. As we approach the 7-minute mark left here at the Hammond Student Center. 5-point SMS lead.
Redbirds have gone with a smaller lineup as well, with Arnold in foul trouble, and matches the Southwest Missouri State lineup.
And Merle Andrews threw it away that time. He and Tamar Macklin didn't connect. And that's the 5th turnover for the Bears. Dilligard double team, triple team now, and a steal that time by the freshman Mitchell.
Dilligard not very strong with the ball on the post that time. Mitchell was able to get his hands on it momentarily and knock the ball away. Possession goes to the Bears.
Ballou, a collision there with Plank. He picks himself back up, no whistle. Macklin hands to Mitchell now. He tried to sling a pass on the inside, and it was deflected out of bounds. And let's see, it's going to go to the Bears as Dilligard actually caught it, but he was standing on the end line.
That's right. There's only 12 seconds on the shot clock. Good job by the Redbirds to really pick up the Bears out on the floor beyond the three-point line, trying to get a turnover.
Boy, we heard a lot about Blake Ahern and Nathan Ballou coming in, but the freshman that I'm really impressed with is Ed Mitchell. Seven on the shot clock now. Andrews working on Guidry. His short jumper's no good, and Guidry clears, so he's still kept scoreless.
Andrews got his feet set, and then he hopped. I believe there's a travel on that play that was not called.
Plank pump fake on Ballou. Take it to the rack and draw the foul.
So you got a body check on the way to the basket. Again, Neil Plank trying to be aggressive, get the ball going to the bucket, create some offense. Had a couple of turnovers early, but that's not stopping him in this ball game.
Shelton Caldwell comes back in the game now, and he replaces Ballou. And then G. Beckles is going to try to re-enter the game, and he does. And he'll send Dana Ford back to the bench.
Coach Porter Mosier reacting to the substitution by the Bears, getting a bigger lineup in there with Eccles back in for Ford as Caldwell comes back in the ball game.
Plank, 15-footer, back of the iron, no good. Tipped out by Eccles and controlled by Plank, and now it's going to be Guidry's look for three. That's short. Plank back tapped it out, but he tapped it to Caldwell. And now it's Merle Andrews, one-on-one with Green. And Vince Green took it right out of his hands.
Good job by Vince Green, only 5'9", really stayed with it, was able to come up with the ball.
And a blocking foul that time as Green took it all the way to the rim from coast to coast. And the foul is going to be against Southwest Missouri State as Tamar Macklin is called for the block.
Really thought Vince Green may have taken it too far that time inside. He's very good to bring the ball down the floor and stopping on a dime in the middle lane area and knocking down the shot. That time he tried to get all the way to the basket. Got the benefit of the call, and he'll go to the line for two.
We remind you that Star Search and Hack not seen at their normal times tonight because of ISU basketball. We will show them to you tonight, back-to-back episodes at 12:05 here on News Channel 31.
Also checking in, number 25, Manuel Randall, replacing Tamar Macklin.
And Macklin goes and takes a seat on the Bears bench, and Manuel Randall is back in. Green makes good on both of his free throws. The first two free throw makes for the Redbirds tonight.
Green now with 8 points leading the way for both teams. Redbirds is shooting only 35% here in the first half.
Cheney trapped at half court now. Mitchell drew the foul that time on Guidry.
Now an awkward trap that time at half court by the Redbirds. You had Eccles on one side, Plank on the other. Just poor recognition on the weak side defensively. That time Guidry a little late getting to the ball.
Devin Mitchell, D-E-V-E-N, 6'5", 195. He's here from Springfield, Missouri. Played at Kickapoo High School. Barry Hinson's team, as we mentioned, starting 3 freshmen. And there are really 4 freshmen that he has in his heavy rotation. And Mitchell makes good on both those free throws, and it's a 22-17. Bears lead. The Bears shooting 53% from the field so far here in the opening half. Dilligard, baseline, tough shot up and in, and Greg Dilligard has another opportunity for a three-point play.
And a good strong move again that time by Dilligard. Uses the dribble well, gets himself under control, gets the angle on Colwell and goes up strong, draws the contact and is able to get the ball in the basket. Nice looking move again by the freshman. He needs to get this free throw down though. He's had a little trouble here in the last few ball games.
The officials trying to make sure that everybody is set here on the foul line before Dilligard is handed the basketball.
Not very much bend in the knees that time by Dilligard at the free throw line. A little hard off the rim.
Three-point Bears lead. And a foul way out top that time on Neil Plank as he and Blake Ahern were going at it.
I'm not so sure that Manuel Randall didn't catch Ahern on that play. As Plank was trailing, Randall looked like he tried to set the screen and may have caught Ahern himself.
And so here's Mr. Automatic at the free throw line. Blake Ahern leads the NCAA in free throw percentage. He's made 78 of the 79 free throws he's taken this year. And now he has hit 45 consecutive free throws. And if he makes one here, he will tie the Missouri Valley, he's made 47 in a row. He will tie the Missouri Valley Conference record at 48, set by Marcus Wilson of Evansville a couple of years ago. And so we have a tied record right now, 48 straight free throws by Blake Ahern. He's about as automatic as it gets.
He's missed one free throw all season. That's just unbelievable. And he's been to the line many times. 79, now make it 81 times he's been to the free throw line this season, and he's missed one.
80 of 81.
Standing around offensively now for the Redbirds.
8 on the shot clock. Plank. Stop at the back of the backboard. Now it's Trey Gidry just trying to throw something up to relieve themselves of the shot clock violation. Back from the Bears now with a basketball and a 5-point lead.
Neither one of those shots got close to the rim.
Cheney thought about the three, stepped inside after a pump fake. Now from the baseline, it's Randall who rattles it in.
Got the home bounce on that rim. Hit the far side and going straight up. It came back down.
Well, this morning's shoot-around, Porter Moser said this is a great shooting gym because the rims are so soft, and you saw evidence of it there. Gidry hangs and fires and scores.
That's one thing Gidry can do is score in traffic. He has pretty good hops inside, and that time he got up over above the SMS defense and was able to lay that one in.
And he's brought the Redbirds back within 5, and Greg Alexander is going to check in on the next whistle. Under 3.5 to go until halftime. 26-21, the Bears lead the Redbirds. Ahern and Vince Green picked his pocket. All the way down. Had his shot altered that time as Mitchell got in the way. And now the Bears come back in transition. Ahern to Randall. Short shot missed. Vince Green back on the defensive end digs it out. And he may have lost it on the floor.
Oh, they never had possession. How can you call a jump ball in that situation? The Bears never even had the ball, had their hands on the ball.
The Bears
Green really hustling at both ends of the floor.
The Bears will have the basketball when we come back. 3 minutes to go until halftime. SMS leads ISU 26-21.
As you grow through life, your financial needs change. Whether you buy a car, a home, consolidate loans, or save for the future, the folks at Mid-Illini Credit Union can help you. Mid-Illini Credit Union has been helping members meet their changing financial needs for over 60 years. Membership is open to McLean County residents and employees. Locally owned, friendly service, and competitive rates. Mid-Illini Credit Union, worthy of your trust.
Do all your nearly new cars come with a warranty?
Yes, every certified vehicle comes with a lifetime warranty at no cost to you. No deductibles, no time limits, and best of all, no mileage restrictions for the life of the car.
Why Amish-made furniture? Handcrafted solid oak furniture. It's solid value at an affordable price from your neighbors at Whitaker's Country Oak Shop in Hudson, Illinois. Whitaker's chooses only the best home furnishings from over 70 Amish craftsmen to fill their 20,000 square foot showroom. It's beauty that will last a lifetime. For the largest selection of Amish-made furniture in the Midwest, stop by Whitaker's Country Oak Shop in Hudson, Illinois, just 5 minutes from Normal.
Business Showcase 2004. Empower your future. Join us February 18th at the Interstate Center in Bloomington. This event is not just for business people, it's for everyone. Call the Chamber or log on for tickets or booth registration.
Trey Guidry keeping the Redbirds close, Matt, driving and scoring in traffic.
Yeah, and again, we talked about his ability to get up in traffic. That time, Manuel Randall, one of the best shot blockers in the league, going after that shot. Guidry does a good job of getting that soft rainbow shot up over the top of him and knocking it down.
We're so accustomed to seeing him score from the perimeter that we forget that he's not afraid sometimes to take it in there.
No, and what really the benefit there is it can loosen up the defense and allow him to get room on the perimeter as well.
Like Porter Moser having a cordial conversation with Sam Banks there.
He's really upset with Sam Banks, and that's not uncharacteristic. Sam Banks typically does not like the Redbirds, and that's kind of the treatment we've seen out of him in not only games here, but in other games he's officiated.
Cheney. Now it's Ahern with 10 on the shot clock. Guarded by Guidry. Colwell, double team. Ahern, 4-3, top of the circle, good.
Ahern doesn't need a lot of room either, and he doesn't really shoot much of a jump shot. It's kind of a set shot, but he's very accurate.
His 48th three-point shot of the season. He shoots it at Eccles in traffic and draws the foul.
Again, if you're the Southwest Missouri State Bears, that's not necessarily a bad thing to foul Eccles inside. Again, Eccles does a good job of getting himself good angles to the basket. Now they go to the free throw line where the adventure begins.
Nazim Eccles to the line, 2 shots.
There you go, Matt. You talked him into a make. Transfer from Missouri now with his second free throw, and that is good as well.
You know, I need to say that more
good
often.
Good going to Jeeve Eccles. Atta boy.
Number 12, Eric Smith. He replaces Manuel Randall.
30, or I should say 29-23 is the SMS lead now as we are under 2 minutes to go until halftime. So Ahern, he's thinking three ball every time he gets it. As we mentioned, all but 14 of his made shots from the field this year have been threes.
And you can see why Ahern, and there's another reason right there. I was just going to say, you can see why Ahern gets to the free throw line so many times because he really exaggerates contact out there. In that situation right there, Matt Miller just kind of preventing him from making a cut to the basket, and he just exaggerated and gets the foul call. He'll go to the free throw line for one bonus opportunity.
Well, teams are so conscious of his ability to shoot the three that they're jumping at every pump fake. And this could be a new Missouri Valley Conference record if he makes it. And it is. So Blake Ahern, with his 49th consecutive free throws, getting a standing ovation here from the Hammond Student Center crowd. That is a new Missouri Valley Conference record for consecutive free throws made. He has just broken Marcus Wilson's record from 1996. Wilson, the standout player at Evansville, and he's now made 50 consecutive free throws.
And the NCAA record is 85, is that correct?
That is correct. The NCAA record for consecutive makes is 85 by Darnell Archie of Butler, and he did it from 2001 to 2003. Here's Dilligard now.
Dilligard again, strong inside, got banged on the arm, thought he might have got the opportunity to go to the line for his third three-point play opportunity. Good job inside by the freshman to take it up strong and in the basket.
31-25, 6-point SMS lead as we approach the 1 minute mark left here in the opening half in Springfield, Missouri. shoot now. Cheney, pump fake. Now it's Mitchell, 7 on the shot clock. Cheney for 3. And the SMS crowd is again on its feet.
That's the third three-point make in a row by the Bears after they missed their first 2 attempts.
Now it's Vince Green trying to answer. His shot is short. Alexander the long rebound.
Good hustle that time by Greg Alexander. Redbirds get the ball back. Shot clock is off. They'll be able to take the last shot of the half.
Echols is going to get back to the free throw line.
Great recognition that time by Greg Alexander. Trey Guidry was trying to come off of that screen, and help was there. Good feed inside, and G. Beckles goes up strong. Can't get his hands underneath the ball to get laid in for the three-point play.
G. Beckles, who's already been to the free throw line 4 times, he's got an opportunity for 2 more free throws. Najeeb's got it going now from the foul line, 3 in a row. Alexander and Green are leaving now.
He's only got 47 more to go. That'd be something.
That would be something. It's fun watching that Blake Ahern shoot free throws. Just wish he wouldn't shoot so many against the Redbirds. Both free throw makes by Eccles, and that one was a switch. All 4 of Najeeb Eccles' first half points have come from the foul line, and SMS calls timeout because they couldn't get the ball in bounds.
Yeah, the Birds really need to start getting their defensive pressure out of beyond the three-point line again. They were doing it earlier in the ball game, and the Bears didn't get any good looks from the three-point line. In the last few times, both Ahern and Cheney was able to knock down a big three-point shot. The Birds were inside the three-point line, picking them up defensively.
This copywritten telecast is presented by the authority of Illinois State University and WMBD TV and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Illinois State University and WMBD TV. 7 seconds, 7.2 seconds to go here in the opening half. It's a 7-point SMS lead. The largest lead of the game was 9 by SMS, which they just had a moment ago before those 2 free throws by Eccles. So 7 seconds for the Bears to get the ball up the floor and get a shot. You see the time in the corner. Cheney takes it all the way down. Now gives it off. Colwell, baseline jumpers, an air ball, and that's going to be the end of the half. Trey Guidry just threw it 3/4 of the length, and it went in, but it was well after the buzzer.
Good effort. We might need that one sometime down the road.
Southwest Missouri State with a 7-point halftime lead. The Gailey Eye Clinic halftime report is next here on News Channel 31.
This week, your Greater Peoria Area Crime Stoppers takes you to Peoria, Illinois, where we focus on a homicide. What you will be viewing is in-car video taken from a police squad car upon arrival at the crime scene. At approximately 2:12 a.m., March 23, 2003, Peoria police officers responded to the 5800 block of North Sedley on several calls of shots fired. Upon arrival at the scene, officers found one victim, Gerald Carpenter, down in the street, and a second victim, Nathaniel White III, still in the passenger seat of the white Chevrolet Tahoe they had arrived in. Police theorized the victims were attempting to exit the vehicle when an unknown assailant or assailants shot them. This shooting left one victim dead and the other seriously wounded. I'm Officer Ann Ruggles. Crime Stoppers will pay $1,000 for information received this week that leads to the arrest and indictment of the person or persons responsible for this crime. If you have information on any serious crime or wanted fugitive, call Crime Stoppers at 673-9000 or 347-9000. You will remain anonymous and be eligible for a cash reward.
How many feet tall do you suppose your dad is?
100. Kids say the darndest things.
Want me to be a wicked fairy?
You like taffy? I thought you said you liked coffee.
Only Grandpa like it. I'm a fair.
Yes, I am.
I hate Sam idea. He just cooked chicken wings.
Join Eddie Orish for Kids Talk on the Morning Mix. Attention future weathercasters. News Channel 31 has a contest for you.
Thing isn't an F5, is it? Otherwise, I'm history. Hi, I'm meteorologist Chuck Collins. Hey, kids, would you like to be on News Channel 31? Well, I'm looking for students grades 1 through 6 to come in and help me do the weather. It's that easy. All you have to do is send me a hand-drawn weather picture and a letter. Each week, I'll select a weather kid, and it could be you.
Send in your entry today. Get your WMBD Applebee's Ultimate Golf Pass today. Over $500 in golf and merchandise discounts for only $30. Log on to WMBD.com or stop by Applebee's today for great food and fun. Get one for all the golfers in your life. Enjoy discounts and specials at over 20 of Central Illinois' finest golf courses and stores. Use it only twice and the pass will pay for itself. Quantities are limited, so dine in at your local Applebee's in Peoria, Pekin, East Peoria, or Bloomington today.
Championship teams winning a total of 4 individual conference titles at SMS.
Back here at Southwest Missouri State, where the Bears lead the Redbirds 34-27 at halftime. Kurt Pegler, Matt Taphorn with you. Redbirds started out with a good early start, Matt, but the Redbirds then kind of lost that momentum, and boy, the Bears came back and they had some terrific play off the bench. Manuel Randall, Shelton Colwell, they all came in off the bench. Kellen Easley really gave Barry Hinson's team a lift.
Yeah, and offensively, the Redbirds have done a good job of really getting the ball inside to Arnold, Eccles. Dilligard's done a great job off the bench with 6 points, but they really need to get better defensively out on the perimeter. Initially, they did a good job of shutting down that three-point shot, and down the stretch in the first half, they gave up a few that really gave SMS this 7-point lead.
SMS shooting 55% in the opening half, and they hit 3 big threes in the final 5 minutes of that half.
Absolutely, 50% from the field. The Redbirds have done a good job on the boards against the SMS Bears that are better athletes and jump a little better inside, but really have boxed out well and competed well inside.
34-27, halftime, with Southwest Missouri State having the lead. Coming up, we'll have a News Channel 31 update, and then an interview with an SMS Hall of Famer who's now a coach at ISU as the Gailey Halftime Clinic continues.
When I joined SEPCU, all I needed was a car loan. Now we've got the house, a bigger car. Seems like it's always something. But SEPCU is always right there with the right loan. It's that whole borrow smarter thing. Somehow they make it all happen without making it a hassle. Now, how they do it, I don't know. But I do know why.
Is that Tom Anderson over there? He's so nearsighted he can't see across the green.
This is going to be a 6-hour round.
Doesn't he know his nearsightedness can be reduced? There's even a laser procedure that improves vision. Certainly can't hurt his putting.
Yeah, he can even finance it. That would improve his vision.
I'm Dr. Dennis Lockhart. One of the biggest compliments we receive at the Gailey Eye Clinic is when a patient tells us how much LASIK has changed their life. Let me change yours.
A simple smile, a simple touch, a simple moment with someone who cares, that always means so much. A simple truth comes shining through. WMBD making a difference. A simple joy here in Central Illinois. You got to share. Spirit of the heartland. A simple notion set in motion. Oh yeah. Touching people everywhere. A simple truth. It's whether where you live. Shining through. News Channel 31 making a difference for you. WMBD making a difference for you.
Here at John Beerson, Washington, you'll find a huge selection of nearly new cars, trucks, and SUVs. A nearly new K1500 with a lifetime warranty, just $16,990. This Taurus with a lifetime warranty, only $89.90. And a Alero with a lifetime warranty, just $79.90. This Escort with a lifetime warranty, only $69.90.
John Deere Suzuki in Washington, home of the low-price cars.
Now open in Tremont. This is a WMBD News Channel 31 update.
A Washington man is dead after his house caught fire. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jay Verner.
And I'm Crystal Morris. It happened last night sometime after 10. 56-year-old David Weiss was found in his house after the Washington Fire Department responded to the call. Weiss had to be identified from dental records. The coroner says the cause of his death could take a few weeks to determine. The cause of the house fire is still under investigation by police.
We're still no closer to learning how a Peoria woman ended up dead on the side of a county road.
The body of 36-year-old Barbara Williams was found Thursday next to a rural road near Edwards. Police are not releasing many details on how Williams' body ended up on the side of the road. Her family is also refusing to talk on camera, but they did tell News Channel 31 Williams did have a daughter. The coroner has not yet found the cause of death. Investigators hope toxicology results, which are expected back within a few weeks, will point out how she died.
The man charged with kidnapping and killing an 11-year-old Florida girl has been ordered held without bond. Joseph Smith waived his first court appearance today in the slaying of Carly Bruscia. She was found dead yesterday in a church parking lot not far from where she was abducted in Florida last Sunday. Her abduction was caught on a car wash surveillance camera. Investigators refused to say exactly how she was killed or whether she'd been raped. If convicted of killing Bruscia, Smith could face the death penalty.
And 3 car crash victims are still in the hospital after an accident that locked down Route 116 for hours. 2 others were injured in yesterday's 3-vehicle accident. According to OSF St. Francis Medical Center, 2 victims are in fair condition. Another is in good condition. 2 other crash victims were taken to Methodist Medical Center. They were treated and released yesterday. State police say the incident still under investigation.
Now let's take a look at weather with Chris Curtis.
Good evening. Another cold night, I'm afraid, across central Illinois. But then again, what else is new? 9 for an overnight low. Down to 31, or up to 31. We'll be getting back to near normal temperatures. Earlier today, we saw some snow flurries move through, and it looks like we are done with any kind of light snow or flurry activity through the evening and overnight. But it looks like we may have a chance for snow coming up later in the weekend. We're talking Sunday night and into Monday, with temperatures tonight anywhere from 7 to 10 degrees. We'll have more news, weather, and sports coming up later at 10 o'clock tonight. Until then, enjoy the second half.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nichols, and this is Omar, a fennec fox from the Glen Oak Zoo. He enjoys our Illinois winters from the inside. If you have pets, keep them inside in the wintertime. If the temperatures are below freezing, you need to keep your pets indoors. If you see an animal outdoors without shelter, please contact the Illinois Department of Agriculture or your local animal control. Keep your pets inside.
Leather is timeless. It's so comfortable and it's luxurious. It's easy to take care of. Customers are really delighted with the values that they get on leather furniture at Goods. People use leather in all rooms in the home, in the living room, in the family room, in studies. If you're looking for leather, you need to come and see us.
Hi, I'm Mike Miller of the O'Brien Automotive Team, and this is Peyton, just one of thousands of children served by Easter Seals in Central Illinois. Once again, we are proud to be a sponsor of the upcoming Easter Seals Telethon on March 6th, right here on WMBD News Channel 31. I'd like to invite you to become a member of the sponsor team for this celebration of giving. Call 686-1177 to find out how to help these very special families.
Winter's in full swing, and temperatures and road conditions can become extremely dangerous for you and your family almost instantly. News Channel 31 and these fine sponsors are teaming up to keep you safe by bringing you Snow Bear. Twice an hour, all day, every day, we'll show you what's happening outside with current temperatures and wind chills. And our Snow Bear alerts deliver the latest school closings, event cancellations, and road closures where you live. Stay prepared for threatening conditions this winter with News Channel 31.
Carrier's exclusive Comfort Heat technology can keep your entire home consistently comfortable for about the same electricity a 100-watt bulb uses.
Celebrate a winning team, the Illinois State Redbirds, and Mayo Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Bloomington. For quality Carrier products, call Mayo Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning and start saving on your heating bill. Carrier, air made perfect.
Halftime at the Hammond Student Center. Southwest Missouri State leads Illinois State 34-27. We are joined courtside here by Tina Kramos. You know her as the Illinois State University assistant to softball coach. We know her tonight as a Hall of Famer from Southwest Missouri State. Congratulations, you were just inducted into the SMS Hall of Fame. It's probably an emotional, sentimental weekend for you here, isn't it?
It has been. It has been. It's been a really great weekend. Everything's been run really well, and had a lot of fun visiting with some old friends.
You played softball here from 91 to 95. Your name is still in a couple of the records as far as runs, scores. You were an All-Missouri Valley Conference performer your junior and senior years. What do you remember about those days playing here at SMS?
Oh, we just had a really good time. It felt like a family. We just worked hard and did the best we could. I mean, it was great.
You went in with a nice a class here, including Bill Miller, the former Chicago Cub and Boston Red Sox, who won the American League batting title last year. You're up there being inducted into the Hall of Fame with a Major League Baseball player.
That's right, and actually I was friends with Bill. We were here at the same time. We were friends. He played baseball clearly, and also my roommate was Tina Nelke on the volleyball team in the dorms that lived with her, so it's kind of fun.
What's next for you? I know there's an opportunity for you to play in the Olympic Games with the team from Greece. Tell me about that.
That's correct. I'm on the Greek national and Olympic team, so we're in the process of getting ready to play in the test event in March, and that's a tournament held in Athens, and at the venue that they'll be playing the Olympic Games, and it's a way to test all the other things like security, grounds crew. It's just a little tournament to make sure we can run a tournament. So getting ready to play that and then do some training this summer.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
that's really exciting.
It hasn't really hit home yet.
Well, tell us about your team, your Redbird softball team. You're on Melinda Fisher's coaching staff as an assistant there, and your season's already begun. People don't realize this, but in February you've already played, what, 4 or 5 games now?
Yeah, I believe that we are now 4-2.
Okay.
So we won. We split today and won yesterday against Louisville. Beat Minnesota today and lost to Florida State this afternoon. Florida State's top 25 team. You know, wish we would have done a little bit better, but it's we're doing okay. We're hanging in there.
Your team is playing in Florida and not in Central Illinois right now. That's
correct.
We should say that. Well, best of luck to you, Tina. Congratulations on getting into the SMS Hall of Fame, and continue working hard with the ISU softball team.
Thank you very much.
All right, Tina Kramos, SMS Hall of Famer, ISU assistant softball coach. 34-27. SMS leads Illinois State at the half. The Gailey Eye Clinic halftime report continues on News Channel 31.
Hi, I'm Amy Paul. Get a taste of Mardi Gras right here in Central Illinois and help provide programs and services for people living with multiple sclerosis. Join News Channel 31 at the 2nd Annual Carnival, Friday, February 20th at the Paradise Hotel. The event benefits the MS Society and features a full Cajun dinner, costumes, dancing, plenty of beads, and more. To get your tickets, call 673-4448. Costumes are highly encouraged, so don't forget your mask, and see you at Carnival.
I wish I could still do that.
Oh, that does not have to be a problem anymore.
Don't miss out on life. Call the Urologic Surgery Associates. You're not alone. Millions of women suffer from stress urinary incontinence. If you suffer from urinary leakage during simple activities such as laughing, coughing, sneezing, or jogging, then the Urologic Surgery Associates may be able to help. With a simple in-office outpatient procedure, you could regain control of your life. Don't hesitate. Call now, 309-888-4000.
Hey, Bob Famous here for John Beer Suzuki, home of the low-priced cars. Hey, guys, look, where you'll always get the best deals on new and used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Sure, we've got an incredible selection and a friendly, knowledgeable staff.
I'm on TV!
But ultimately, our bottom line is...
Move over, Bob.
Our bottom line is your bottom line. That's why we call ourselves the home of the low-priced cars.
Yeah, that and the fact that the House of Bob doesn't have the same ring to it.
John Beer Suzuki in Washington, home of the low-priced cars.
Nice suit, Bob. Thanks, guys.
People are busy with families and careers. They don't want to spend a lot of extra time taking care of their insurance needs.
My mom never puts me on hold, and my mom never says, can I just call you right back? I have something else that I need to do.
When you call us, you don't have to wait around. You're going to talk to a real person.
Right off the bat. Claims happen quickly because at 2 o'clock in the morning, when they have a pipe break, they want you there at 3 o'clock in the morning.
This is my country.
If I say I'm going to call you back, that doesn't mean next Tuesday.
When I joined SEPCU, all I needed was a car loan. Now we've got the house, a bigger car. Seems like it's always something. But SEPCU is always right there with the right loan. It's that whole borrow smarter thing. Somehow they make it all happen without making it a hassle. Now how they do it, I don't know. But I do know why.
(34-27) our halftime score. Southwest Missouri State in front of Illinois State here as we get set for the second half But before we do that, Matt, we're going to take a look at some of these first half highlights. The Redbirds started strong, but again, as we said, that first wave was answered by SMS, and the Bears have the advantage now.
Did a big three-point shot there by Vince Green. Marcus Arnold on a nice follow-up basket. He had 4 points in the first half. Here's the other basket he had in the first half before leaving with 2 fouls. Vince Green also with 2 big three-point shots. He's got 8 points in the first half to lead the way for the Redbirds. Greg Dillgard did a great job off the bench. Had 6 points. Trey Guidry with a nice three-point shot off the feed from Marcus Arnold from the baseline. Again, Dillgard up strong inside, gets fouled, goes to the free throw line. And then Trey Guidry inside, nice little floating jump shot in the lane to knock down his basket. And then finally, Greg Dillgard once again for his 3rd basket in the first half for 6 points.
When you take a look at the halftime stats, as we will do now, you see that SMS is 12 of 22 from the field. They shot better than 50%, in fact, 55%.
Well, and the Redbirds really struggled, only shooting 38%, both from the field and from the three-point range, while SMS shot 50%. 7 out of 8 from the line for 87 or 88% for SMS from the free throw line. The Birds 6 out of 10 for 60%. Both teams with 14 rebounds, and the Redbirds with 10 turnovers in the first half to only 8 for the Bears.
The Redbirds looking for their 2nd Missouri Valley Conference road victory of the season after winning at Northern Iowa. We will tell you that the leading scorers for Illinois State, Vince Green, had 8 points. He knocked down a couple of big three-point shots early in the game. He has 8 for the Redbirds, and Greg Dillgard has 6. Meanwhile, Southwest Missouri State led in scoring. 10 points by Blake Ahern. He was 4 for 4 out of the free throw line. He knocked down a couple of big three-point shots as well, and also 6 points coming from Devin Mitchell. Both of those players are freshmen, as Barry Hinchman started 3 freshmen in his 5 tonight.
And they look very good out there, especially Ahern, and we mentioned Devin Mitchell, and even Bellew came off started the ball game very well with a big shot, and then followed that up with a nice little 15-foot jumper as well. Good-looking freshman in the lineup for the Bears.
Southwest Missouri State against ISU here at the Hammond Center is 9-6. For a while there, when SMS first entered the league, the Redbirds were the only team in the league that had a winning record against SMS here at the Hammond Center. But in the last couple of years, they've really turned it around. This is, as we mentioned, quite a home court advantage for SMS. But we begin second half play now. It's Green, Plank, Alexander, Arnold, and Najib Eccles. That's him with the basketball. Eccles had his shot partially blocked. I should say blocked completely, but it was a held ball. And on alternate possession, it goes to the Bears.
And Eccles got the ball, good position inside, just didn't get off the floor when he jumped to the basket. And Eccles and Arnold both at about 6'7", 6'8", just don't play above the rim very well. And when you're a team like SMS that plays very well defensively inside, you're going to have an advantage.
Andrews, Ahern, Mitchell, Macklin, and Blue are the 5 that start the second half for the SMS Bears. They lead at 34-27. First possession in the second half for SMS. Mitchell hangs, fires, short. Eccles clears for the Birds.
The defense that time by Plank against Devin Mitchell, trying to get to the basket. Plank's been active on both ends of the floor in this ball game.
Arnold, short turnaround, banked it in.
Now the difference there when Arnold went up is he used his left shoulder to shield the defense, whereas Eccles just tried to turn and go up with 2 hands and get the shot off. And Arnold's very good at that little half jump hook.
First points of the second half. And 6 points now for Arnold. Ahern for 3 again.
Yeah, right out of the three-quarters court pressure down the floor, they didn't identify Ahern defensively, and out of that zone trap, he was able to step up and knock down his 3rd 3 of the ball game.
He shoots it at better than 42% from three-point range. Now a baseline jumper for Arnold, rattles out. Mitchell back for SMS. Eight-point Bear lead. Here's Ahern now with Green on him. Macklin is immediately double-teamed by the Redbirds. It's Eccles and Arnold causing Macklin all kinds of trouble. Flips it out to Merle Andrews. Still has yet to score.
Macklin did a good job of maintaining his composure there and splitting the trap, getting SMS to reset their offense.
10 on the shot clock. And a travel violation. Turnover number 9 for the Bears.
Vince Green has drawn the defensive assignment against Blake Ahern here in the second half. Ahern got a big three-point shot here to start the half out of that defensive pressure that the Redbirds were putting on in the zone three-quarter court press.
Green for 3. He started the game with a 3 that he made, but he starts the second half with that miss, but the Redbirds are going to get it right back.
Well, that was something to watch. Steven Mitchell, he went up, grabbed the ball with his left hand, but his right hand got caught in the net. So he wasn't able to get 2 hands on the ball, and therefore the ball went out of bounds.
The Redbirds will take that break. And Plank to trigger. We've just played 2 minutes here at the Hammond Center in the second half. 37-29. Southwest Missouri State leads Illinois State. Kurt Pegler and Matt Taphorn with you from Missouri Valley Hoops here on News Channel 31. And Marcus Arnold's going to get to the free throw line.
A good set that time out of the out-of-bounds play by the Redbirds. They kind of lull you to sleep there, and then they get Greg Alexander popping out to the corner and a double screen down low, and Arnold just pops off the other screen inside and is able to get open for an angle to the basket and gets fouled and go to the line.
And so the sophomore forward from Chicago, Morgan Park, who shoots free throws at a 68% clip, will go to the foul line. The Redbirds will look at the foul shooting tonight as one of the stats where they know they can improve. 3 of 10 right now from the foul line. And a substitution now here for the Bears as Manuel Randall comes in and sends Tamar Backlund to Barry Hinson's bench. Check that, 6 of 11 from the free throw line.
And that's been an area where they've struggled on occasion throughout the season so far, and maybe lost a couple of ball games because they weren't able to knock down some free throws.
He splits the free throws, and it's a 7-point Bears lead. And Marcus Arnold now has 7 points tonight. The Redbirds showing full court pressure.
Again, Ahern not responsible to help bring the ball down the floor. He's down the floor to get set up and look for his shot opportunities. Redbirds that time identified him and just put Neil Plank on him down the floor.
Here's Ballou, and he drew a foul that time.
Good strong post up by Ballou down low against Marcus Arnold. Good feed, nice bounce pass there by Blake Ahern. Gets the angle, Ballou goes up immediately. He was able to draw the foul. It'll be the 3rd foul against Marcus Arnold.
And so 3 fouls now on Marcus Arnold. Nobody at the scorer's table for the Redbirds, so Porter Moser's plan is to keep him in the game as Ballou is at the foul line. This young man played on a state championship team in high school last year. And again, part of a recruiting class that they're very high on here at SMS. Makes both those foul shots. 39-30, the Bears with the lead, and Ballou now with 6 points. And a steal that time, Manuel Randall on the overplay. Lost it on the floor, though. Plank gets it back for the Redbirds. He's calling timeout. Nicely done by Neil Plank.
Good awareness there. The Birds would have maintained possession if it would have been a held ball situation, but a good hustle initially to get on the floor by Neil Plank. Birds will maintain possession.
Well, Plank was perhaps close to being called for a travel because he was in all kinds of trouble, so instead of turning it over, he immediately called for the timeout.
And the feed into the post that time by Greg Alexander just, was really seen by Randall. Randall did a good job of separating himself defensively from the body of Marcus Arnold. And there we see the scrum underneath. Neil Plank calling for the timeout. And he's given the timeout before a held ball. And again, that would have gone to Illinois State in that situation.
Let's take a look at the Missouri Valley Conference standings, brought to you by Edward Jones, with more than 125 years of experience helping individuals build financial security. Quality investing is what Edward Jones is all about. Southern Illinois' 61-60 win this afternoon in Omaha over Creighton has now given the Salukis a 12-0 conference record, and they have a full 3-game lead on Creighton atop the Missouri Valley Conference standings. Wichita State is next. These SMS Bears are there along with Northern Iowa, Drake, Indiana State, Bradley, ISU, Evansville, rounding out the Missouri Valley Conference field. How about Southern Illinois, Matt? If I'd have told you at the beginning of the year that they'd be 12-0 in the first week of February, I'm not sure you'd have believed me.
After losing Kent Williams and Jermaine Dearman off of last year's team and losing Coach Bruce Weber to the University of Illinois, Matt Painter's done a tremendous job of coming in there. Had some continuity with some of those big, strong guards that they've had inside, but he's done a tremendous job. And they've won on the road. They've won at home. Just a great effort, and a team that's really going to be reckoned with in NCAA tournament time as well.
Well, they have yet to play here against SMS. They're going to have to play at Northern Iowa.
Right.
And they do have another home game against Creighton, so it's not over yet, but they're certainly pounding away with a hammer and a nail right now in the conference championship.
And to even think about an undefeated season, regardless of what the talent level is from top to bottom in the Missouri Valley Conference is unbelievable.
Greg Alexander to trigger under the basket. Now he gets it out to Arnold. We've played about 3 minutes here in the second half. Nice defense that time as Mitchell knocked the ball out of bounds. SMS has only allowed 54 points per game in the last 8 games. They do play good defense. You know, last Saturday night in Terre Haute, they allowed just 11 field goals and held the Sycamores to 20% shooting, which is an SMS defensive record. So they can defend.
And the Birds still at 36% now shooting in the ball game, are coming off of a 29% effort against Wichita State on Wednesday evening.
Tough shot by Vince Green. He spun and hit the short jumper.
Vince Green has really tried to create his own offense. Now got 10 points in the ball game to lead the way for the Birds. Has no assists, though, and that's something that Coach Porter Moser has really emphasized with his game this year.
Well, Green has now scored in double figures in 5 of the last 7 basketball games now that he has 10. Here's Ahern. A fadeaway three is going to be well short.
And not only was it short, but SMS got the rebound on the play. So Birds need to do a better job of really going after that ball on the offensive glass or defensive glass.
Yeah, SMS is second in the league in offensive boards. And so their offensive rebounding prowess is giving them a second opportunity here. In fact, they're number 1 in the league in rebound margin. On the average, they have about 7 rebounds more than their opponents.
And the Birds were right with them in the first half. And actually, Southwest at this point has a 1 rebound advantage. But again, that one just kind of slipped away as the shot by Ahern. Ahern was short from the 3-point attempt.
Randall out top now. Merle Andrews, the senior for SMS, still scoreless. That's him with the basketball now. Ballou pump fake, lost the dribble, looking for help. Now it's Andrews, 15 on the shot clock. And a turnover.
Second time he's been called for that. Boy, Sam Banks is really looking at his feet as he makes that play.
Turnover number 10 for SMS. We'll step aside. 15:56 to go in regulation. Bears lead the Birds 39-32.
As you grow through life, your financial needs change. Whether you buy a car, a home, consolidate loans, or save for the future, the folks at Mid-Illini Credit Union can help you. Mid-Illini Credit Union has been helping members meet their changing financial needs for over 60 years. Membership is open to McLean County residents and employees. Locally owned, friendly service, and competitive rates. Mid-Illini Credit Union, worthy of your trust.
At News Channel 31, we're making a difference for you. We keep you up to date on news and weather throughout the day on 95.5 GLO, Peoria's classic rock. Listen for the latest news from News Channel 31's Bob Larson and Amy Paul. Plus, Chuck Collins gives you the latest weather where you live, combining resources to keep you informed throughout the day. In your car or on your TV, only from News Channel 31 and 95.5 GLO, Peoria's classic rock.
For great paint, head to Menards. Pittsburgh Ultra is a premium interior paint that goes on smooth and covers in one coat. On sale in thousands of colors, mixed free. Flat is just $9.84 a gallon after $2 rebate. Add the finishing touch with House of Farah ready-to-finish wood molding. It's simple to install because there's no miters to cut. All on sale at 15% off. Beautify your home with savings from Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Vince Green, the first Redbird in double figures tonight, and a tough shot there, man.
Yeah, he had Nathan Bilyeu trying to guard him at 6'6", and Vince Green at 5'9", just used his quickness that time, was able to spin away and to get the shot in the lane.
10 points for Vince Green on 3 of 7 shooting from the floor tonight, and the Redbirds have the basketball trying to carve into a 7-point SMS lead.
Trey Guidry back in the ball game for his first appearance here in the second half.
Nice overplay that time by Ballou as he gets the interception.
And Dilligard didn't do his job on that play of keeping his defender off of him. Vince Green trying to make the pass into the high post area. And Dilligard really gave up on the play.
And Manuel Randall had his free throw line jumper roll out. Alexander's on the floor, and his back was on the baseline and out of bounds. And he has a few words with Frank Spencer, the official right in front of him.
And the official has a few words back at Alexander, too. Alexander was claiming he got pushed out of bounds that time by Devin Mitchell. And there he yells at the official, and the official gets right back in Greg's face. I'm not sure I see that very often.
Tyler Cheney is checked in the basketball game. That's him to trigger for the Bears. His pass is tipped out by Trey Guidry, and there's a foul in the backcourt, and it's against Merle Andrews.
Even if it is on Andrews, I'm not sure you make a call in that situation. Both guys are going after the basketball. There's no advantage gained either way. Both really kind of shoving each other off. But Sam Banks is right trailing the play, makes the call against Merle Andrews.
Well, I think Barry Hinson agreed with your assessment that shouldn't have been called a foul because he just turned his back and walked away. Matt Miller in the basketball game. That's him there as they're giving Vince Green a chance to catch his breath on the Redbird bench. Guidry around the screen. Driving, hanging, firing, in and out. And Randall clears for the Bears.
I could swear that Southwest Missouri State was getting a lot of those rolls in the first half to go in. Rim has been a little unkind here in the second half for the Birds at that end of the floor.
Well, they've cooled off a little bit. Now they're just shooting 50% from the floor. And Ballou airballed it. That's the second airball that we've seen from SMS from the perimeter here in the second half.
I'm not so sure that that's a shot that Ballou has shot that much during the season. He's got, that's actually his first three-point shot attempt for the season. Just you can tell right there he's a little short on the shot.
We remind you from a programming standpoint that Star Search and Hack will be seen tonight on News Channel 31 at 12:05. We've been moved to 12:05 so that we can bring you Illinois State basketball here on News Channel 31. Marcus Arnold in traffic, score it, and the foul. He just muscled that ball and willed it into the basket.
And again, that's something I like to see out of Marcus Arnold, really getting angles inside. We talked about this little jump hook with the left shoulder against the defense. Manuel Randall, with his jumping ability, really trying to body him up. That's exactly what Marcus Arnold wants you to do.
Arnold doesn't complete the three-point play. He misses the free throw. He's pulled the Redbirds within 5 at 39-34. The natives are a little restless here at SMS. Short shot again is missed that time, and a foul this time against Illinois State underneath the basket. It was Mitchell with the miss, but it's going to be Vince Green with the foul.
Vince Green pushed off underneath to try to get his hands on the ball. He was out of position to get the rebound and kind of got a little forearm in the back of, I believe it was Cheney on the play. And he's going to get whistled for the foul. It's only Green's first foul of the ball game.
Here's Andrews. Redbirds have done a nice job of not allowing him to penetrate and even get shots off. Ball on the floor. Marcus Arnold digs it out, but Alexander had it stripped, and now it's Cheney for three. He missed it, and Arnold clears.
Birds fortunate to come away there because Cheney had a wide open look at the three.
A rhythm jumper by Alexander's no good, but Dilligard the offensive board, and he lost it out of bounds.
His own hands. Alexander's just really frustrated with himself. That was a shot he really wanted. He's really putting a lot of pressure on himself. But watch Dilligard. He gets the rebound and just the ball slips right out of his hands.
Well, Alexander ran right to that spot on the floor, and he got the ball where he wanted it. They just couldn't knock down the jumper. Cheney steps on the screen, and a shot blocked by Dilligard, but a foul before the shot.
I think Green got him on the floor before he went up for the shot. Ball will be out of bounds. Vince Green whistled for his second.
And that's the third team foul for the Redbirds here in the second half. Here's another look.
See Green catches him down low. I'm not so sure that that wasn't a shot or a foul on the shot attempt.
Cheney faked one way, drove to the basket. He's going to get to the free throw line.
Cheney, another freshman for these Bears, is very aggressive out there on the floor. And that time he did a good job. First of all, delaying the nice spin move to the basket. He gets the foul on the play and go to the free throw line for two.
Now, the ironic thing is that Tyler Cheney really hadn't seen much playing time for the Bears until that game at Redbird Arena when he scored 9 points in 10 minutes and was part of a Bears comeback in the second half, which eventually fell short. The Redbirds were able to hold on and win that basketball game for their first Missouri Valley Conference win. But since that time, Cheney has worked his way into that rotation for Barry Hinson. Second free throw is out and out of bounds to SMS. And now
Poor
Kellen
box
Easley
out that time and didn't pull the rebound away. Marcus Arnold went out after with one hand instead of two. Zilligard didn't do a very good job of getting Manuel Randall off the boards.
Easley and Ahern have re-entered the game now for SMS. That's Ahern with it now, guarded by Vince Green. Short shot that time goes down by Tyler Cheney.
Cheney playing with a great deal of confidence out there. Nice pull-up shot on the baseline against Guidry, who jumped very well defensively. Cheney just rose up over the top and was able to knock it down.
Cheney averages 5 points a game. He has 6 already. So he's scored 15 points in his 2 games against the Redbirds thus far. Alexander the miss, and then G. Beckles the offensive rebound, and he's fouled.
That's Randall's 4th foul on the play, and Alexander really forced that shot. He's had 3 shot attempts, all from the three-point line once again, and he needs to get himself going to the basket more. Again, good job by Najee Beckles tracking down that rebound, but Randall will pick up his 4th foul.
And so you see Tamar Macklin now comes in the game and sends Manuel Randall to the bench with 4 fouls. And that's early in the game for him to pick up his 4th foul. We've got about just under 13 minutes to go here. And SMS is in zone now.
Redbird's going to come over with a set play on the defensive, see if they can get the ball inside to Arnold once again.
And a hold call, another foul against SMS.
Officials keeping it close here in the second half. That's the 9th foul call on both teams. 5 on SMS, and now 4 on the Birds. And again, the Birds trying to get that out-of-bounds play inside Marcus Arnold on the block.
And Macklin, who just entered the game for Manuel Randall because Randall picked up his 4th foul, has now just picked up his 4th foul, and he's got to go back to the bench.
And SMS becomes very small right now. They've got Macklin and Randall both out on the bench, and Caldwell, Smith, and now Easley are in the ball game for the Bears.
And the G. Beckles lost the ball out of bounds. It's going to go to the Bears.
And the Birds really have an emphasis to get the ball inside to Marcus Arnold, and now even more so with both Randall and Macklin on the bench.
Eric Smith in the game for the first time. That's in with a basketball. A whistle away from the ball, and it's against the Redbirds. A foul against ISU. And that's going to be on Alexander. That'll be his 3rd.
Foul number 2, Greg Alexander, which is 3rd personal. Team foul number 5 for Illinois State.
Both teams racking up the fouls now here in the second half. Cheney to Smith. He tried to backdoor at that time, but Alexander picked it off.
Good job by Alexander being right there on that back cut. They would get his hands on the ball and get turnover for the Birds.
His pass was intended for Easley. And now the ball is stripped out of Greg Alexander's hands. Ahern all the way down, draws contact, and it's going to be a blocking foul against the Redbirds to G. Beckles.
Beckles tried to hustle down the floor and get position. Ahern, you knew he was going to take it all the way to the basket the way he shoots free throws. Little fake behind the back pass that time by Ahern. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
And so the man who's hit 50 consecutive free throws, a Missouri Valley Conference record, goes back to the free throw line. Boy, everybody stops doing everything in this arena when he goes to the foul line. It's like an event. Ahern is on pace clearly to break the freshman single-season percentage record in the NCAA tournament for NCAA basketball. He's at 99% right now. 51 of 52 foul shots. And he's given his Bears the largest lead of the game. It's 10 points. 44-34.
Roy's glad that when he developed cataracts, the Gailey Eye Clinic was there to help him. The board-certified ophthalmologists at the Gailey Eye Clinic use the latest in technology for cataract removal. That means no shots, no stitches, and a faster recovery. Now Roy's cataracts are gone, and his vision is better than ever before. He was able to get back to his golf game the next day. If a cataract is keeping you from the things you love, call the Gailey Eye Clinic today at 1-800-325-7706.
When it comes to home furnishings, we do have everything. I really think that no matter what a customer is looking for, we should be able to help them. Whether you're traditional or classic, contemporary, we have all the different designs, different qualities, and different prices. It's about finding the right thing for you because it makes you feel good, and that's what it's all about, feeling good.
You can't control the markets, but you can control the course of your financial future. A comprehensive financial plan can provide a clear path to your financial goals. That's where Baird Wealth Management comes in. We evaluate your situation and partner with you to develop strategic solutions to help you meet your investment needs. We provide the services and advice to help keep your portfolio diversified and on track. Take control of your financial future. Call me, Matt Taphorn, today at 676-4160.
Back here in Springfield, the Redbirds certainly will try and pound the ball inside now to Marcus Arnold because two of SMS's post players have 4 fouls.
Yeah, and that's certainly an advantage to the Birds, and they just need to take care of the basketball underneath. And Eccles, last time he had his hands on the ball, was a turnover. Dilligard's had a couple of turnovers inside as well. And see if the Birds really try to pound it inside. SMS is going to counter with that with his own defense.
Under 12 minutes to go here in regulation. Planking to Arnold now, just as we said. And he double dribbled it.
And again, Eric Smith did a good job that time, or as Coldwell actually, just keeping his position, not really trying to jump up in the air, just kept his arms straight up, and Arnold didn't get above the defender that time, just created the turnover. 16 turnovers in the ball game now for the Redbirds after 10 in the first half.
Beasley looking for help. Now it's Smith. Trying to spin on Eccles. And it's going to be a foul on Vince Green right in front of the SMS bench. He and Ahern were going for that pass. And so the foul against Green will now be his 3rd and the team's 7th. And we'll see some free throws. And this is exactly what the Redbirds didn't want to do, is put Blake Ahern back at the foul line.
We're going to see a lot of free throws. There's 11 minutes left in this ball game, and SMS is in the 1 bonus the rest of the game.
We mentioned it earlier tonight in the telecast that the consecutive free throws made record in NCAA history is Darnell Archie of Butler, who made 85 consecutive free throws. And Ahern now is at 52? Yeah, 54 now. 54 consecutive free throws after he's made 8 out of 8 here tonight.
And again, 8 attempts from a guard spot on the floor is quite a few, and you know, that's why he shot as many as he has on the season, now up to 87 that he's taken on the season.
The ball was knocked underneath the rim on the basket on the backboard, and it's going to go to the Redbirds. That Arnold and Shelton Colwell were battling for the loose ball, and Sam Banks is trying to explain to Barry Hinson exactly what happened there. But what happened was the ball touched underneath the backboard right there.
Well, that shouldn't have been a violation, though. And Sam Banks made that call from half court. Didn't let the official underneath the basket make the call, but it hit the bottom padding on the backboard. That's not out of bounds.
Alexander from the corner, a big 3, and Greg needed something, and he got it.
He certainly did, and he did a much better job getting square that time, got his feet set. Nice follow through, went straight up that time on his 3-point shot as opposed to leaning, which he's done the last couple of times he shot the ball.
He entered the game hitting 8 of his last 25 shots, and so he's been in a shooting slump, and he really needs to get going. He's 1 out of 4 now from the floor after that 3-point shot, but another foul against the Redbirds. It's on Trey Guidry, and more free throws coming for the Bears now. We remind you that our next televised game here on News Channel 31 is a week from today. It's Illinois State and Indiana State from Redbird Arena as the Redbirds have a rematch with the Sycamores. That's next Saturday afternoon right here on News Channel 31. Redbirds and Sycamores from Redbird Arena.
That's 7 points in the ball game for Cheney as well. You know, he's at 6'5" and 205, very strong guard, really looks to take the ball to the basket.
He split his free throws, got his rebound, and threw it underneath the hoop and fouled that time for Eric Smith.
That's just an effort play. You have the guy who shoots the free throws ends up with the ball, just showing more effort than what the Redbirds did on that particular play.
Well, this has certainly become the most pivotal part of this basketball game. Just when SMS looked like it could be in deep trouble with a pair of its post players on the bench with 4 fouls and the Redbirds destined to go inside to Marcus Arnold, the Bears have answered and have put it down full throttle and now have a 12-point lead on the Birds. Yeah, I believe right now that Shelton Colwell is bleeding and he's being asked to leave the game, and so Barry Hinson has to make a substitution here.
Looks like he has blood on his shirt.
Yeah, that's what it is. And so he's walking over to the corner of the bench, and he'll go down as Nathan Blue will come in. It doesn't appear to be serious, but the rule is that if you're bleeding, you have to leave the game.
Eric Smith, 1 shot.
And so Smith, who's only been to the free throw line 20 times this year, 12 out of 20, is at the line.
Yikes.
Missed that free throw. Can Alexander make it 2 in a row? He missed that 3 that time. Rebound to the Bears, it's Colwell.
Follow-through wasn't as good that time by Alexander. Just let that ball go and rushed after it almost. It's almost like he knew he was going to miss it. Just really didn't go up very confident that time.
Smith to the rim, working on Plank. Eric Smith, who gets about 7 minutes per game, is really giving Barry Hinson a lift off the bench here in the final couple of minutes here. And Porter Ozer has asked for a 30-second timeout.
You can really see the confidence right now that the Bears have offensively, really taking it to the basket wherever they're at on the floor, whoever it is that has the basketball. They're really attacking the basket. Right now, the Redbirds are on their heels defensively.
You can see the confidence in their eyes, man, and they're getting really play out of guys like Eric Smith and Tyler Cheney that maybe necessarily you wouldn't expect on the scouting report.
Yeah, Smith averages only 2.5 points on the season, and that time he took the ball to the hole like he averages 10 or 12 points a game.
Well, the Redbirds find themselves down now 51-37 with 9:46 to go, and as we mentioned, the SMS defense in its last 8 games has been allowing just 54.7 points a game. They've really turned it up a notch defensively. So when they sit themselves on a 13 or a 14-point lead with the kind of defense they play, it's just a really big uphill climb. Alexander again. Missed the shot, and it's Tyler Cheney that clears.
And he kind of gave up on that shot, too. Just really struggling from the perimeter right now is Greg Alexander.
He's 1 out of 6 from the field as he tries to get his shooting touch back. Now it's Ahern. Here's Smith. Double teamed them. Bears tried to swing it, and Cheney almost lost it out of bounds. Ahern lost the dribble. 10 on the shot clock. It's Ballou. Smith, baseline jumper. Can't get it. Guidry back to get it off of Guidry and out of bounds to SMS.
Got to clear that rebound. Guidry had his hands on it momentarily. Wasn't strong enough to pull it away. And the ball hit the baseline coming down, and Bears will maintain possession.
Plank in for Alexander now for Illinois State. Smith's pass in traffic is picked off that time. Plank got a hand on it, and it was Arnold that came away with it.
Good help down low that time by Plank. Once again, Eric Smith was trying to take the ball to the bucket. We've seen repeatedly by the Bears here in the second half.
Ball kicked out of bounds that time by Ahern, so it'll be a fresh 35 seconds on the shot clock.
When you get the ball inside and out like that, yeah, Najee Beckles get the ball in down low, out to Plank. Got to make the defense pay in those situations. Plank didn't really look to score, didn't look to penetrate or shoot the ball.
Guidry works the baseline, had it stripped, and SMS comes away with its 17th Redbird turnover. It's easily in the front court. Pass intended for Ahern, knocked out of bounds by Vince Green.
Good recovery that time by Vince Green, realizing where Blake Ahern was on the floor. He didn't want to give him an open three-point shot in transition once again. They would get his hands on the ball momentarily.
Alexander's back in for the Redbirds now, and Trey Guidry is going back to the Redbird bench. ISU was 4 of 13 from three-point land tonight. They made 7 three-pointers in beating SMS last month in Normal. Ahern. Andrews swing it out to Smith. Shot is no good, and it's a reach-in foul that time over the back by Kellen Easley.
Well, really good change of pace dribble that time by Blake Ahern to get penetration to the basket. Good kick out on the perimeter. Just Bears weren't able to knock down the shot, but he's just a tremendous looking freshman. Neil Plank trying to get that rebound on that play, and Kellen Easley over the back whistled for the foul.
Easley's first and the team's 6th. Redbirds really need a basket on this trip. Try to get some confidence back. Eccles lobs down to Arnold. Backs his way in. Had a shot blocked that time. Eric Smith got it.
Eric Smith at 6'5", going up against the 6'8" Marcus Arnold. But again, Arnold, when he shoots the ball, he almost falls down and makes himself smaller, and that is why Eric Smith was able to make that block.
The Bears turn it over back to the Redbirds. ISU has it when we come back. 7:28 to go here at the Hammond Student Center. 51-37 SMS.
Carrier's exclusive Comfort Heat technology can keep your entire home consistently comfortable for about the same electricity a 100-watt bulb uses.
Celebrate a winning team, the Illinois State Redbirds, and Mayo Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Bloomington. For quality Carrier products, call Mayo Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning and start saving on your heating bill. Carrier, air made perfect.
When I joined SEPCU, all I needed was a car loan. Now we've got the house, a bigger car. Seems like it's always something. But SEPCU is always right there with the right loan. It's that whole borrow smarter thing. Somehow they make it all happen without making it a hassle. Now how they do it, I don't know. But I do know why.
Not only are we building more repeat owners than any other make, we're building momentum with an extra $500 bonus cash on a 2004 Focus, Taurus, and Freestar. For a limited time, get an extra $500 bonus cash plus 0% financing. Or add the extra $500 to the current cash back for a total of $2,000 to $3,500 cash back. So come in and see why Ford has more repeat owners than any other make and get an extra $500 bonus cash.
Here's that last ISU possession, Matt. You mentioned that. Marcus Arnold has 3 inches of height and 25 pounds of weight on Eric Smith, but it was Smith that came away with the block.
Yeah, Smith did a good job of just staying off of Arnold that time instead of getting into his body and using his athletic ability to jump up. But I've said this many times, Arnold just does not play big for 6'8". He plays smaller than that because he tends to fall on his shots instead of just going up vertically, trying to get some, position on the offensive side.
Redbirds trail by 14. It's the largest lead of the game for the Bears. As we approach the 7-minute mark left here at the Hammond Student Center. Plank's pass is picked up by Eric Smith, and I'll tell you what, Smith has really, really played well here in the second half for SMS.
The thing that Smith does is, at his size at 6'5", when he tries to guard the post inside, is he stays off of the guy defensively. And when you're smaller inside, you utilize your quickness by staying off, and that's what he's done the last 2 times down the floor.
And there's Earl Andrews' first basket of the night, and it comes with under 7 minutes to go. And so the team leader for SMS is going to go to the free throw line to try to complete a 3-point play.
Earl Andrews has been quiet from the scoring column. He's got 3 assists in the ballgame. That time he turns the corner, realizes he's wide open, goes strong to the hole, picks up the foul against Marcus Arnold. Arnold's got 3 fouls in the ballgame now.
Well, he had a 32-point performance earlier this year, against Weber State. It was SMS's first 30-point scoring effort in 4 years since William Fauntleroy did it back in February of '99. But tonight he just has 2 points, and you'd never know it because the Bears' offense has really been clicking here in the second half.
Correct that. That was actually Arnold's 4th foul, and he'll stay in the ballgame now.
Here's Dilligard.
Got to score in there.
Matt Miller for 3. That's no good. Alexander tried to tip it out, but it's Andrews that comes away with it.
Just a bad decision that time by Greg Dilligard. He had the ball inside against Bilyeu, kicked it back out to Matt Miller for a 3-point shot, and that's not a high percentage shot for the Redbirds.
Offensive foul that time whistled against Blake Ahern. His second foul. Here's another look.
Good job by Greg Dilligard to come over, get position, knee in the stomach, and he'll remain in the ball game. But again, Blake Ahern does a great job of just change of pace, dribble, get his defender on his heels, and tries to go in and get fouled. And he's 8 for 8 from the free throw line. You can see why he gets to the free throw line as many times as he does.
Ahern is now out, and Trevor Fisher's in the game for SMS. Redbirds have been stuck on 37 now. A couple of possessions. Here's Guidry. His 3 off the curl is good.
Guidry just got a little bit of room that time. All he needed, he did get his shoulder square, which is a great job. He was able to knock down a big 3.
8 points for Guidry, who's the Redbirds' leading scorer. He's averaging 14 a game. Quickly in transition is Tyler Chaney. The Bears did a great job of breaking that pressure and taking it right to the basket.
Exactly. When you break the press, you have to take it to him, take advantage of that. You got a mismatch personnel-wise. Andrews that time did a good job. Chaney with a great left hand going up against Marcus Arnold.
Chaney's career high is 12. He has 9 tonight. 15-point Bears lead. On the shot clock now. Guidry to the baseline, lost it out of bounds. It's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul against SMS, and it's going to be Ballou.
Guidry's fortunate to get this call. I think he went out of control going to the basket. Not necessarily a charge in that situation because I think Guidry may have avoided, but it may be a blocking call there. But fortunate to go to the line for 2 shots.
And that man is not very happy about it. Barry Hinson is screaming his head off. I'm glad that we took that camera shot after he said the magic words that he was saying up the sidelines, because it's not necessarily stuff that you like to be repeated on television. Plank and Arnold go to the Redbird bench, and Eccles and Alexander are in now as Guidry tries to shoot the second free throw in, and that is good as well.
So Guidry's had the last 5 points for the Redbirds. He's got 9 in the ball game, actually 10 now. He's leading the way with Vince Green. Let's see if they can get a turnover here.
Near turnover that time by Guidry. SMS having all kinds of trouble getting the ball up the court, and immediately they called timeout. They were down to about 2 seconds left before they had to get the ball past half court. 5:02 to go here in the game.
Birds still only shooting 36% from the field in the ball game, just aren't able to knock down shots. Again, after that ball game against Wichita State, and you can see Coach Porter Mosier in the huddle really trying to fire up his team and get them going defensively, stressing on them how much they need to get a stop here and a turnover here on the defensive end, and it all starts on the full court pressure.
Well, there was that sequence right there where Trey Guidry nearly came away with the steal, and with the loose ball on the floor, Andrews had to gather it really quickly and then call timeout because they were close to having a 10-second violation. Again, we remind you that our next televised game here on News Channel 31 is going to be ISU against ISU, as the Redbirds will play host to the Indiana State Sycamores. That's next Saturday, 1 week from today, here on News Channel 31. That's a 2:05 start as the Sycamores come into town. And they'll be looking for the season sweep against the Redbirds, and the Redbirds will be looking to exact a little revenge for losing that basketball game last month in Terre Haute.
We saw in that timeout Coach Porter Mosier in his intensity and the fire that he has on the sideline. More often than not, the players out there on the floor don't share that same type of intensity and that same type of fire, and that's really kind of the problem that the Redbirds have had this season. They just don't really come to play, and they don't really take it to the other team. They're really back on their heels more often than not. The other team is taking it to them.
Ballou, collision, foul against ISU, and it's either going to be on Eccles. Is it not? Yes, it is. It was either going to be on Eccles or on Dilligard. It's Eccles.
I really thought Eccles had established position. I thought the foul, if anybody, would have been on Dilligard with the block. He really banged Ballou into Eccles, but I thought Eccles was positioned very well inside.
Well, Ballou, who only averages about 3.5 points a game, is sitting on 7 tonight. So again, the Bears are really getting contributions out of guys, and Eric Smith is one of them. He's going to the bench and getting a nice round of applause by the faithful here at Hammond Student Center. Barry Hinson's team getting significant contributions from guys who otherwise wouldn't necessarily show up on your scouting report.
And you can see that the future looks bright for this team, too, with the freshmen they have out there on the floor and the contributions they've made in this ball game. The minutes they've played this first year are going to be, you know, a tremendous asset for them down the road.
Whistle as Guidry was taking the ball inside, and it's going to be against the Bears.
Number 1, Merle Andrews in the foul.
It's going to be on Merle Andrews.
Number 9 for SMS.
Now, when you take a look again, Manuel Randall has 4 points tonight. Easley has just 2 points, and Andrews has just 3 points. So you take a look at some of those guns that they have. Typically, that's just 9 points with those 3 guys who are really leaders, the senior leadership on this team, and it's really been the underclassmen that's carried the Bears tonight.
Absolutely. You get Randall and Macklin both picking up 4 fouls at about the 11, 12-minute mark, and they've actually increased their lead over that period of time.
Guidry makes the first and misses the second. 56-43, a 13-point Bears lead. 4:40 and counting left here at Hammond Student Center. Andrews nearly turned it over. Well, the Redbirds have completely frustrated Merle Andrews, but as we've mentioned, it's been some of the other Bears' weapons. Here's Ballou.
Good decision that time by Ballou. Still 15 seconds on the shot clock. Not necessary to force up the first 15-foot shot you see.
Here's Andrews. He missed it. Merle Andrews from the field now, just 1 of 3. He's only got 3 attempts. He leads the team in field goal attempts, but just 3 tonight. Here's Guidry. Nice bounce pass down to Arnold, who finishes.
Good penetration there by Guidry again. He's creating a lot of offense either for himself or his teammates out there on the floor. Good cut that time by Marcus Arnold to get to the bucket.
11 points now for Marcus Arnold, who has been in double figures in scoring now in 16 games this season. Cheney behind his back. His pass was intended for Ballou, but knocked out of bounds. And we'll have a timeout here. 3:36 to go here in Springfield, Missouri, where the SMS Bears lead the ISU Redbirds 56-45.
Why Amish-made furniture? Handcrafted solid oak furniture. It's solid value at an affordable price from your neighbors at Whitaker's Country Oak Shop in Hudson, Illinois. Whitaker's chooses only the best home furnishings from over 70 Amish craftsmen to fill their 20,000 square foot showroom. It's beauty that will last a lifetime. For the largest selection of Amish-made furniture in the Midwest, stop by Whitaker's Country Oak Shop in Hudson, Illinois, just 5 minutes from Normal.
Why should people come to John Deere's?
Quality, reliability, and value. That's what keeps our customers coming back.
John Deere, Suzuki, and Washington, home of the low-price cars.
Now open in Tremont.
I love my job because I get to work with people. I totally consider my clients friends. I appreciate it when they actually ask me over for dinner.
I feel if you don't know a person personally, then how do you know what insurance they're really going to need?
We are real people. We all have the same goals, we have the same ambitions, and some of the same fears.
We definitely think of the client in personal terms.
When they trust you and they like you and you've helped them, it makes me feel great.
This is my country.
Call me anytime.
Business Showcase 2004. Empower your future. Join us February 18th at the Interstate Center in Bloomington. This event is not just for business people, it's for everyone. Call the Chamber or log on for tickets or booth registration.
Marcus Arnold now in double figures as he was going to the lane as Trey Guidry was drawing the attention. A nice drop-down pass.
It was, and a good adjustment on the shot that time by Arnold as well. As Cheney was trying to come from behind and block the shot, Arnold was able to get it up off the glass. Two of his 11 points to tie Trey Guidry with the lead for the Redbirds.
Well, the Redbirds with 3 players in double figures in scoring. Guidry and Arnold each have 11, and Green has 10. Leading scorer in the game is Ahern with 17 for SMS. Merle Andrews scores off the inbounds, just his second basket of the night.
That was pretty easy. Out of bounds play and you just get a layup going right to the basket. Missed assignment that time by the Birds.
Alexander left open, and he knocks down his second three of the game.
Much better follow through that time by Greg Alexander. Stayed with his shot, squared up, went straight up. Good follow through up top.
A 10-point game now, 58-48. Andrews fouled at the timeline by Alexander. That's his fourth foul.
Andrews only 1 out of 3 from the free throw line. Not a bad foul in that situation. Alexander with his fourth, though. Defensively, he's going to have to watch that as we head down the stretch.
A very quiet night tonight for Merle Andrews. But as we've said, it's been other players who've really stepped up. Plank is now coming in for the Redbirds, and Eccles is out. Ahern goes out for SMS. And another freshman replaces him, and that's Devin Mitchell. And Andrews makes both of those free throws. And the funny thing is, by the end of the night, Andrews, who knows, he gets some more free throws. He might be at his average of 9 points anyhow. He was held scoreless in the first half, didn't score until there was about 7 minutes left to go here in the second half. Arnold trying to make something happen, lost the ball on the floor. Andrews comes away with it now. Andrews and Guidry all the way down. It's Andrews and the foul.
And how quickly did the Bears turn that turnover into a bucket at the other end? Andrews, good job. Change of pace, change of direction, dribble there and right into your living room. Good job of drawing the contact and still having enough about him to get the ball up off the glass.
Well, the Bears now have 20 points off Redbird turnovers. And guess how many points Andrews has now? He's right at his average at 9. So just when we said it was a quiet night, held scoreless for the first, 33 minutes of the game, here in the last 7 minutes of this basketball game, actually in the last 5 minutes, because we still have 2:46 to go, he scored 10 points.
Well, and a senior out on the floor, you expect him to be in the ball game with the ball in his hands towards the end of the game. That's where Andrews has been, and trying to seal this victory for the Bears.
63-48, the SMS lead. There's Arnold with a nice hook shot.
Good extension that time. Arnold really got up well that time and did a good job of getting up over the defender and was able to get a nice little jump hook in.
13 points for Arnold. He is the team lead in scoring. Andrews is like a little scat back there, up and down the floor. As the Bears break the Redbird pressure, Kenny Hill is checked in the game for the first time for Illinois State. And that's him out there as he's guarding Nathan Ballou.
And I'm not sure down 13 why Kenneth Hill isn't fouling in this situation.
Andrews lost the ball on the floor, but somehow kept the dribble alive. 7 on the shot clock now. Andrews. Colwell. Nice drop-down pass and a basket made by Devin Mitchell. They were down to their last second on the shot clock.
Good patience that time by the Bears. The extra pass paid off.
Back to a 15-point Bears advantage as we approach 90 seconds left in this one. And Arnold with a soft one-hander. And a timeout called by Illinois State. This is going to be a full timeout.
Again, the Redbirds at the defensive end need to focus on, making a foul, getting Southwest Missouri State to the line. Again, in this situation, down 13, they don't have a lot of time to let the opponent just run the shot clock down and try to get possession after a missed shot. That certainly didn't work last time down the floor as the Bears scored with 1 second on the shot clock.
Well, this is the kind of victory that the SMS Bears were probably looking for. This is the kind of effort that the Redbirds knew they were going to run into tonight. They're playing a team that plays some very good defense on its home floor where it's difficult to win. And the Redbirds, as we mentioned, with their recent struggles, especially this past week with losses to Bradley and Wichita State at home, and then you've got to come into a hostile arena and play on the road. It's really a hard threesome to kind of face back to back to back.
Well, in SMS's credit, in their position in the Valley right now, in the Valley standings, they need to kind of be thinking about where they're going to end up at the end of the season in terms of their positioning for the Valley tournament, and they need to take care of games at home, and certainly they've done that here. And we talked about Southern Illinois right now, undefeated in the Valley, still has to come in here and play, and it's not going to be an easy game for the Salukis.
And so SMS will inbound the ball against the Illinois State pressure, full court. Dana Ford is in the game for the Redbirds now. And there is a foul in the backcourt, and it's going to send Tyler Cheney to the free throw line. Matt Miller, Kenneth Hill, Dana Ford, Vince Green, and Najee Eccles were the 5 on the floor for the Redbirds, but now Greg Alexander, Trey Guidry, and Marcus Arnold are ready to check back in.
That's 4 fouls on Vince Green now as well. And Birds really can't decide on who's going to foul. They just need to foul somebody, except I would think Blake Ahern.
And now the Redbirds make those substitutions. And also Trevor Fisher's going to come in the game for the Bears. And Blake Ahern leaves. The one knock so far on Ahern, we've talked a lot about his offense and a lot about his free throw shooting and his three-point shooting. And Barry Hinson says he must get better defensively. And he's encouraged that he will, because free throw shooting is one of those things where you focus, and defense is one of those things where you have to focus. But as a freshman right now, he has some defensive lapses, and that's why he's not on the floor when they substitute defense for offense. Here's Hill, and he's fouled that time as he was driving the basket to the basket. And easily was trying to cut him off, and he's going to be whistled for the block. Kenneth Hill has an opportunity to get in the scorebook here.
Kenneth Hill on the line. 2 shots.
The Bears really doing the reverse of what the Redbirds were able to do at the Redbird Arena on January 18th, when they were able to shut down the Bears on the offensive end. The Bears really turned the tide here tonight in this ball game. Redbirds shooting only 42% from the field.
And there's Kenneth Hill's first point of the season. Turnover that time. Andrews' pass went right in and out of the hands of Nathan Ballou and out of bounds. And no time ticked off the clock there. So the Redbirds are going to get the basketball back. And back come the offensive substitutions as Alexander, Arnold, and Guidry are back in. And Greg Dilligard's also going to re-enter.
The defensive substitution coming in for SMS. And again, Blake Ahern goes to the bench. That's kind of a weakness you have if you get possession. Now he's not in the ballgame to shoot free throws for you.
Redbirds try to free up Trey Guidry for a 3. He misses the 3.
Guidry faded on that 3-point shot instead of going up straight, getting square. A little off on that 3-point attempt.
Greg Alexander's just fouled out. He had a reach-in foul that time, and that's going to be it for GA. He's going to lead the game with 6 points tonight on 2 of 7 shooting from the field. Well, the Redbirds will try and regroup after this effort tonight. You take a look at their upcoming schedule. They play at Evansville on the 11th. And again, we'll broadcast the game next Saturday at home against Indiana State. The Redbirds will go to Peoria and play at Bradley then on the 18th. And then the Bracket Buster game on the 21st, we found out this week. The Redbirds' opponent for the Bracket Buster game is going to be Loyola. That's a home game on February the 21st. Trevor Fisher's second free throw after he missed the first one is good. 14-point Bears lead, under a minute to go here at the Hammond Student Center. Green spinning, hanging, shooting, can't get it. Arnold try to get the rebound. Jump ball possession to Illinois State.
Again, Green trying to get in that lane area, getting opportunities. We mentioned he had 10 points without an assist. Now he's got 4 assists in the ball game, really trying to create some offense once again for the Birds.
Near turnover that time. Good aggressive play by the freshman from SMS, Tyler Cheney. Fans are starting to hit the exits here in the Ozarks. Unseasonably cold. Usually when we come on this road trip, it's a little bit warmer here at SMS, but not the case this trip. Very cold here. Kenneth Hill. Nicely done. He has 3 points now.
Hill more known for his three-point shooting ability, really taking it to hole against the smaller defender, Trevor Fisher.
Under a half a minute left here, and a foul that time against Hill is going to send Tyler Cheney to the bench, or to the foul line.
Number 34, Kenneth Hill with a foul. That's his first.
Cheney's been an impressive-looking freshman as well. We talked about the three starters that the Bears put out there today, but he's come off the bench and played extremely well. He's got 10 points, double figures as well.
And so Cheney is chalking up another nice effort. He likes to see the Redbirds. As we mentioned, he scored 9 points at ISU last month, and he has 10 points and counting here against the Redbirds tonight. A guy that hasn't seen a whole lot of playing time. I should say that he's seen more minutes since that game at Redbird Arena. He's worked himself back into that rotation. He's now 1 point off his career high, which is 12. He has 11 tonight. Here's Vince Green. His shot is no good. Arnold gets it and shoots it in.
Arnold now with 17 points. He's really scored quite a few baskets here down the stretch when the game was pretty much already decided, but he hasn't quit in the ball game.
Fisher to bring the ball up the floor in the final seconds. We're under 10 seconds to go, and it looks like the Bears will be content to run the clock out. 69-57. The Bears, a 12-point winner here over ISU at the Hammond Student Center. Redbirds slipped to 6-14 overall, 2-10 in the league, and the Bears improved to 15-8 overall, 7-5 in the league. Tonight's Illinois State Player of the Game brought to you by Mayo Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, your Carrier dealer. Marcus Arnold, the sophomore from Chicago, playing tonight. 7 of 11 from the field. He finished with 15 points, the Redbirds' leading scorer, and Marcus Arnold is our Mayo Player of the Game. Our best coverage of the game, sponsored by Carpet Weavers, colors for your home, colors for your life. Defensive effort tonight by Trey Guidry. Not all bad, huh, man?
No, I thought he did a good job on Merrill Andrews in the first half. Andrews got loose a little bit towards the end and transition primarily, but I thought Guidry did a good job coming off the bench defensively tonight for the Redbirds.
So Trey Guidry, our best coverage of the game. Final score again here, SMS 69 and Illinois State 57. For Matt Taphorn, this is Kurt Pegler. Good night from Springfield, Missouri.
Illinois State Redbird basketball on WMBD. Sponsored by Country Insurance and Financial Services. Real people, real answers, real quick. Mayo Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. Your Carrier dealer. Gailey Eye Clinic. The best in professional eye care and laser vision correction. Whitaker's Country Oak Shop. Your home for quality oak furniture. And CEFCU, your credit union.